I didn't see you there. I was just trying to break down this wall like the Ottomans tried to do in Constantinople in 1453. And much like them, I'm going to succeed. Hello everyone, my name is Inferno and welcome to the Inferno dimension. Today we're going to be talking about siege warfare. Now if you've never done a siege before, it's basically when you go to some town, take a couple thousand men, maybe a couple thousand more if it's a really big town, surround it, cut their supply lines, and hopefully in a few weeks they'll be surrendering. Now, this video isn't really for the expert sieger who's done many sieges, it's more for the novice who's trying to get into it. It's going to be some pretty basic knowledge, but hopefully you'll find some entertainment in this video anyways. A siege is the process of an attacking army attempting to take control of a defending city. This may involve attempting to starve the city, convincing them to surrender, or breaking its fortifications to get inside and take it by force if they don't surrender. Sieges were a necessary part of war in history since so many cities used the tactic of walling themselves to avoid being conquered, which would make conquering it without a siege nearly impossible. So, in order to take down this here wall, I'm really going to have to learn from the civilizations that mastered siege warfare. And I know what you're thinking, I was thinking it too. The Assyrians. The first nation that really revolutionized siege warfare was the ancient Assyrians, who invented things like the battering ram and the siege tower. The battering ram was revolutionary as it was the first weapon which was really effective against stone walls, which allowed a much speedier and more efficient conquest of a city. These inventions helped the Assyrians conquer land much faster than their predecessors, so much so that they conquered the entire known world at the time, which to us is this part of the Middle East. And I know what you're saying. I don't have a battering ram, so what am I gonna do? Well, it's never too late to improvise. So I got this here piece of wood. I think it resembles a battering ram enough to work, so let's go at it. It's still not working. Well, let's look at some other siege weapons. The first one that comes to mind for many is the catapult. Everyone knows what a catapult is. It's used to fling large objects far distances, but not everyone knows that there are many types of catapults. The one that's most often thought of is the mangonel, which looks like this and was operated by pulling the shooter back and releasing it. But many other types exist, such as the trebuchet, which used a counterweight to launch the projectile and was generally more effective. Well, I hate to say it, Wall, but my ingenious has struck again. You see, I've made this homemade catapult consisting of a big spoon and this huge rock. And I think this will simulate the effects of a catapult, and I will be able to take down this wall, get rid of it, and finally it'll be gone. Alright, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. It didn't work! Well, before you guys accuse me of poor craftsmanship, I'd like to say there's actually a historical reason that my little contraption didn't work. You see, while catapults were used to attack walls, this process was very slow to break the wall, taking weeks if not months. Rather, the use of catapults was more often to fling things inside the wall. Rocks, diseased corpses, and flaming projectiles were launched inside the cities, with the attackers hoping to cause as much damage as possible on the inside to cause a surrender. Well, that would have been good to know before I built that entire catapult. I can't be here for weeks, I have things to do. So what can I do to get rid of this wall? If only there were some sort of big gun that was powered by gunpowder that shot big balls of steel into walls that was really effective. Ah, the cannon, the greatest of all siege weapons. These bad boys single-handedly made walling cities irrelevant, but not at first. Cannons were originally not great at attacking walls and more so used against infantry. But as time went by, the cannon got more powerful and big stone walls around cities would be phased out. But how do cannons work? Well, they were made possible by the discovery of gunpowder. This substance would create a powerful explosion that would propel the cannon's projectile. This was a much more powerful way to shoot than ever before possible. Well guys, I've outdone myself. Check it out. I got this totally real cannon next to me, and I'm about to blow up this wall. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, fire! Well, it would seem I've blown myself up due to negligence. Let that be a lesson, kids. Cannons aren't toys. Well, in conclusion, what I just wanted to show you today was how cool siege warfare is, how cool siege weapons are, and to teach you a little bit about this part of history you probably didn't know about. Now, was it worth my life? I don't know about that.